Hi HealthCorps teens, I'm Daphne Oz and I'm going to show you a special recipe I made just for you. These are my honey nut protein bars. They are super filling and delicious. They're great for you. They are kind of like a cross between a textured granola bar and a chewy breakfast cookie. The best part is you can make a big batch and then store them in the freezer for up to 2 months, so you'll always have something really healthy and filling and wonderful to fuel your day and help you feel your best, and it's delicious. I'm going to show you how I make a quick sort of protein blend with flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp hearts as the base for this bar. Gives you tons of fiber, great healthy omega fats, lots of oatmeal going in here. I'm adding some texture with pumpkin seeds and walnuts. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is blend up our flax seeds. So that is 3 tablespoons of flax seeds, 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, and 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts, and we are walking it to the blender. So I'm adding the flax seeds in. When I'm using flax seeds, I prefer to buy them whole like this, and then to grind them right before I'm ready to use. And the reason for that is it actually helps make sure that the fats in your flax seeds are gonna stay pure and unbothered by heat and light, which does tend to make fats go rancid. Going in with the chia seeds, hemp hearts going in, just a cup of our oatmeal. The rest is gonna go in fully textured, but this we're gonna use to blend into an oat flour. Start pulsing until it's nice and finely ground. I got the idea for putting together the chia seeds, flax seeds, and hemp hearts. My grandmother, I told her she should bottle this and call it like grandma's magic oatmeal booster or something. So it's hemp hearts, flax seeds, and chia seeds all ground up, and she sprinkles it on oatmeal. She'll sprinkle it into muffins. She'll put it on, sometimes she has like brown rice for breakfast. And it is this powerhouse of protein and healthy fats and fiber, and it's just so easy to sprinkle a spoon onto whatever you're already having. To our larger bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and add our beautiful, now very finely ground and lovely blend of our oatmeal and the seeds. I'm gonna add in the rest of the oatmeal, so that's another 1.5 cups of oatmeal, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Gotta have a little salt with your sweet. Next, we're gonna start working on the wet ingredients in these bars, which are gonna be 2 eggs, 1/3 cup melted coconut oil, and then 1/2 cup of honey. And again, you can take this quantity down a little bit if you don't need it quite so sweet. I am also known for adding a little bit of either vanilla extract here or vanilla bean paste, just to give that extra kind of caramelly layer to the bars, but not necessary if you don't want to. Yeah, why not? A little splash of vanilla extract because we have it. Okay, set those both aside for a sec, and we're gonna chop up our dates and our walnuts. Ultimately, you want about 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts, so I'm starting with maybe a cup of whole. I'm using walnuts today. You can totally use pecans if you like those better. So about 1/2 cup of chopped walnuts. Should we test my eyeball skills and see how close I've come? Moment of truth. All right, and then that little bit of powder, I could probably wedge it in there. Perfect. All right, add that in with your dry mix. And then let's go ahead and add 1/2 cup of our pumpkin seeds. These are raw pumpkin seeds going in. And then you can take about 8 medjool dates. Now, medjool dates are these really kind of luscious, very caramelly date situation. Take your time here and slice away. And you don't need to make the bites too small. I think it's kind of nice to get a little hunk of date in your bar, but nice little bite-sized pieces like so work well. All right, now that we have our beautiful blend of dry ingredients, we are gonna go ahead, give those a quick toss just to separate everything and make sure we're not gonna get some bars that don't have any of the good stuff. And then go ahead and add your wet ingredients right into the dry bowl. And now it's just like a cookie dough. Mix it all up. We're gonna bake into some lovely bars. The last step is to get yourself a 9x9 cake pan like this one. We're gonna grease it with a little bit of coconut oil just as an extra insurance policy, but we're also going to do some fun crafting and line it so that this is a really easy thing just to lift out after it's done baking, and that way you get perfectly uniform bars. Get yourself a little bit of coconut oil. You really don't need much at all, and we're just going to quickly grease, especially the edges of the pan, get in those corners. Go ahead and press your parchment paper into the form, and you want to leave just enough edge that you'll be able to easily pick it up. And then go ahead and grab your lovely sticky protein bar dough, and we're just going to press it into an even layer. Don't be afraid to play. Get a little messy here. It's One of the many things to love about cooking is the worst thing that happens is you don't get to eat what you made because it's not delicious. The best thing that happens though is usually that the more you practice, the better you get, and the more delicious things you make, the better you feel, and the more confident you feel about providing for yourself and making great things that you and your family and your friends are gonna love. Just doing a little press, press, press motion, making sure I have an even layer here. This is going to go into a 350-degree oven, 20 to 25 minutes. What you're looking for is, first of all, it should smell heavenly in your kitchen. You should have wafting notes of caramelized nuts and honey. And then you're gonna be looking for golden brown set edges, especially in those corners. You want a nice crisp edge there. 350 degrees. See you in a few. I waited 25 minutes, let our protein bars bake away, took them out of the oven, and I've let them cool in this pan a solid 25 minutes, 30 minutes, till they're just warm, but you really wanna let that full set happen. See that easy release? They smell so good. They smell like baked oatmeal bars, which essentially they are. Go ahead and just cut it up into rectangles or squares of your desired size. And you could do longer and make them nice, like nice hearty portions. You could do smaller cubes. What do we feel like? We want hearty samplers here. Yum. Look at all that gorgeous texture. Nice little bits of dates popping throughout. It's like your oatmeal to go. It's got so much amazing balanced sweetness, really nice nutty crunch from the seeds and from the walnuts that we added. Now that I'm chewing through it, I'm reminding myself how filling these are. There's no way. We're gonna cut them a little smaller. I will tell you, if you wanna add mini chocolate chips, people aren't mad about that. You can even drizzle a little melted chocolate right on top, let that set. At this point, guys, once you cut them to the sizes you want, let them cool all the way, then stick them into a freezer safe bag and pop them in your freezer. They last and last and are so good. Filling, fast, protein packed, honey nut protein bars. Yum.